It's time to put on the nostalgia goggles. No, not those. Never those. We need to put on the good kind of goggles and see the gloriousness known as the old Cartoon Network. In this video, I'll be going over some old shows and various things about Cartoon Network from the early to mid 2000s, and you'll have several nostalgia blasts. Now clearly I'm not going to go over every single show and everything nostalgic about Cartoon Network, but I'll be going over the special things that I remember from those years. If you want to see more of this, then be sure to leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe for more of these cartoon videos. With that being said, let's get on to the amazing nostalgia blast of old Cartoon Network. There are a few shows from the late 90s that you may or may not know much about. I'll go over these quickly because these aren't extremely memorable. Johnny Bravo was one of those shows that I watched every now and then, but wasn't really sucked into it. Now I haven't seen an episode in many years, so I don't know if this was actually a good cartoon, but it was alright when I watched it. Cow and Chicken was another cartoon you may not have seen, but I'm sure most people have at least heard of it before. Again, I barely watched this as a kid, but it's probably nostalgic to some of you guys. The last cartoon from the early 90s I want to mention is the Powerpuff Girls. This is definitely one of those shows that just about everybody is familiar with, and hopefully they didn't find out about it from the horrible 2016 reboot. Hopefully you all watched this as kids because this is really an amazing cartoon and I loved it a long time ago. Before I go from the 90s to the 2000s, let's take a quick break from the cartoons and go to the Cartoon Network bumpers. These segments could appear randomly on the network and they were mostly during commercial time. Take a look at a few of these and you'll probably get a mini nostalgia blast.
Cartoon Fridays. Friday at 7 on Cartoon Network.
Hey there world. Do you know it's a cartoon kind of day. Some are smart and others think, and a few really look great in pain. In that cartoon kind of way.
Come on, world, won't you watch? 'Cause this game just wants to play. Time to join the fun.
And you know that there's only just one cartoon of the day.
La 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 la.
Time Squad. This wasn't a very popular cartoon, but it seems like one of those shows that you'll remember immediately once you see pictures. I know I watched this, but I barely remember any of it. Either way, it's still nostalgic just seeing all the characters and even the theme song. Codename Kids Next Door came out in 2002, and it was an amazing cartoon. Because I haven't seen an episode in many years, there are quite a few things I don't remember at all, but I remember that one pirate with candy in his beard, Stinky Beard. One cool thing about the titles of these episodes is that every title is an abbreviation that spells out a word, and then each letter is fully described. That's definitely an interesting concept, and it connects to the overall feel of the show being a bunch of missions and stuff. Also, I'm pretty surprised the show went on until 2008 because I feel like it ended sooner. Still, it's hard to believe that the final episode of Kids Next Door was 9 years ago. I also remembered playing that Game Boy Advance game where you fly around and shoot bad guys. It was pretty fun. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends began in 2004, and it's another one of those shows that just about everybody remembers. The theme song is relaxing and sets the mood for the show.
How's it going? Beauregard Q Kazoo here. If you like tonight's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, just wait till you see all the other crazy stuff we've got around here. There's chores, studying, manners, dental hygiene, paperwork.
What are you doing?
What?
I think you're forgetting some things.
I'm not finished. I was just getting to them.
Now, there was an online game on the Cartoon Network website called Big Fat Awesome House Party, and this was a game where you could see other players and explore their foster's world. This game was extremely nostalgic to me since I played it all the time. It's hard to find good quality footage because barely anybody knows about this game, although it did get over 13 million users registered in 2006 to 2007. Sadly, the game ended later on in 2007 and I barely see anybody talking about it anymore. Does anyone remember that time during the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade where we saw a bunch of Foster's Home characters? It was in 2008 and it was also the time where everyone got rickrolled alive. Those were good times. Anyway, this show ended in 2009 and I remember promos on TV saying that there were a bunch of new episodes coming out, but they were the last episodes. It came out of nowhere since nobody really knew the show was ending until those promos aired. Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi might be nostalgic to some of you guys. I remember liking it, but I still remember almost nothing about the show. Take a look at the theme song and it might ring those nostalgia bells. You probably watched Camp Lazlo as a kid. The show was nothing special, but still nostalgic to me. I remember that there was this one web game on the Cartoon Network website that I played so much. You guys may have played this as well, but it isn't too well known. Either way, playing it again is super nostalgic to me. Does anyone remember Class of 3000? It lasted only 2 years, but I remember enjoying the show. It wasn't anything incredible, but still it gives me some nice nostalgia. I don't know why, but when I think of this show, the main thing I remember is that Mario reference. There was an episode that had a gorilla at the top of a building, throwing barrels in the same way as Donkey Kong. Let's take another quick break and see some of those old Cartoon Network bumpers in 2007. Get ready for a nostalgia overload.
Pickle flavored lollipops. What will they think of next? They give a hoot, don't pollute. Wait for it now.
At last, proof of UFOs.
Road trip.
Probably only a few of you guys know about Krypto the Superdog. It premiered on Cartoon Network in 2005 and I remember singing the theme song all the time. Of course, if I watch this now, I'll probably realize it's a bad show, but still it's a nice memory.
And his name is Krypto. He's super strong. He's super brave. He's Krypto. Superdog. Krypto. Up and away. Krypto. Superdog. Krypto.
The last nostalgic cartoon I want to mention is Chowder. This had a very unique style and I remember getting hyped for new episodes. Since this is the newest show on the list, almost all of you probably know about it. Fun fact, back when I made videos on my old channel, I made a YouTube poop of Chowder that will make you cringe so much. It's so terrible and you probably don't want to see it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see this done with more channels, then comment below to let me know. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos and give a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.